What's up, party people? Happy Thursday. Little Friday, Friday Eve, whatever pisses Matt off. Which one is it? It's not. Is it Friday Eve?
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
Okay.
Friday Eve.
Little Friday. Little Friday. That's what I call it. Little Friday.
Little Friday.
Little Friday, kids. Little Friday. So much stuff to get to today. First, where was the gambling operation? What was that?
This 404 Bar and Grill in South Nashville. So police say they've responded to more than 120 calls in the past 5 years for crimes including assaults and shootings. And so by court order today, it was deemed a public nuisance, and it was padlocked, and officers were seen coming in and out with a TV screen and then gambling machines and body armor.
Wow. They could bring that TV over here.
Yeah,
We've got a little issue. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. If you guys are watching us on the old YouTube or Rumble or whatever, Twitch, Twitter, whatever, MySpace, Friendster.
Friendster.
Yeah, remember Friendster?
I do not.
Oh, Friendster was like the precursor to a lot of those things. If you're on, remember chat boards?
Was that before MySpace?
Yeah, I think it was right just before MySpace.
Wow.
Yeah, and then maybe you can go on, and you could chat. Yeah, it's that Friendster, yeah. Yeah, come on, guys. Everybody needs friends. Wow, that's awesome. Look, they got him, huh?
Wow, this bar, I mean, it's got photos. Everybody looks to be happy and having a great time.
Well, you're always fine until you lose your money. Is that what was going on?
I don't know.
Well, and government doesn't like people going off and gambling like that because it's competition for the taxes they want you to pay.
Yeah, no doubt.
By buying lottery tickets.
No doubt.
Well,
And just in case, especially here, if we tried to do some real, do gambling, Vegas would spend we should almost do that. Pretend like we're going to get something on the ballot. So they would spend billions of dollars to stop it because Vegas is already having trouble. But if what's the joke? It's Nash Vegas.
Nash Vegas.
Could you imagine the money they would spend to try to stop legalized gambling from happening here?
Yes.
I'm serious, like books, like going to
you can do online gambling.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a real casino.
Oh, you're talking about in person.
In person, not like a Native American casino. I'm talking about a casino.
Gotcha.
You can legally bet on the Titans, but God forbid you drop a quarter in a slot machine.
Oh, goodness me.
I'll tell you what, boys, this place looks like they make a mean plate of nachos.
I do like me some nachos.
A mean plate of nachos. Boy, that's a good-looking plate of nachos. Of course, you can't get it right now.
Somebody just said, hey, Chad, just gambling establishment in Nashville is another example of why we don't need John Rose so government can tell you what's good for you. That weed thing, I don't think he realized the weed thing and the frustration that people have. Even when we talk about it, we get a few people that will say, oh, it's the gateway drug, or, so-and-so died and they started with weed. I bet you they started with alcohol, but we don't consider that a drug, right? We don't consider alcohol a drug, but I'll tell you what, way worse. And you're out of touch with what people are, the average person, just even the average person who may smoke once every 5 years at like a reunion, think it's ridiculous. Government's out of touch with a lot of stuff.
No.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
They're not.
That's what I hear.
Saying that alcohol is okay, but weed isn't, is the equivalent of saying we can't have hydrogen cars because they might blow up.
Yeah, that's
Or you might crash.
According to the oil companies.
Yeah.
Everything's always according to somebody else. Right? Like, hey, man, we figured out a way to power something with old grass, clippings. And they were like, that could cause an eruption and global warming, says the oil company. That's why when you ever watch any of those commercials paid for, for anything that's on a ballot, anybody that's any of the see who's paying for it. That's the most important thing. Because you'll find out paid for by, the Nevada against anybody else but them having gaming commission. Oil companies the same way. Everybody wants theirs. and they want to keep theirs. That's why capitalism is great, but crony capitalism is bad. Whenever you see these big businesses go to D.C. and they're going to talk about regulation, they love regulation. They do. Why? Makes it hard for the little guy to get in. It makes it absolutely hard. They're like, oh, you should totally regulate us. Oh, what? They're set up. They got everything you need. They got 50 lawyers on one floor, 100 lawyers on the other. They got the patent people over here. They got everything working for them. You starting out, yeah, good luck. Good luck. If you found something today, so let's say Ken goes home and on accident, on his way home, he thinks of something, goes inside, and magically comes up with something that could power everything we do, and it would cost a nickel a year for the entire country. Government would come in, figure a way to take it out. They would overregulate it, and they would make it so ridiculously expensive, and they control the hell out of it that wouldn't be worth it. That's government. That is government to a T. So I was telling the guys earlier, Cito? What was it?
Cito Puente.
Cito Pellegra.
I went and tried to find him.
I have too, man.
I can't find him anywhere.
Can't either.
I don't think he's real at this point. Because I went, he didn't have a LinkedIn. He's got a Twitter, but the Twitter hasn't had any activity since March. I couldn't find anything at all. There's nothing out there. Even like the Facebook, there's like 20 Cito Puentes or whatever. You know, and I'm like, I don't know if it's real. I think somebody pulled our leg. I did. I think somebody pulled our leg. Because you look too, right?
I've looked all over the place.
Yeah.
I cannot find it.
Yeah, so it is.
I'll say, what is Cito Pellegra's political background? It is challenging to determine.
Yeah.
Can't find him.
When ChatGPT and Grokko, I have no Pato Banton, the reggae singer? No, Cito Pellegra. So, Cito, somebody said he got deported.
Marcia had him deported, is what they said.
Oh, my Lord. You know what, Marcia should have him run as the pro-weed candidate and basically just go after Rose. And then Rose should get somebody to go after whatever her, because I don't, again, 6 and 1/2, I want to know what her stance is on weed. And this is coming from a guy who's never smoked a joint in his life, who's never drank anything outside of my iced tea or my energy drinks. I am a teetotaler. I don't even like aspirin. And I will tell you this, I don't care if you do, but I would like to know what exactly your feeling is on it, because this is one of those things where we all know what the data says about weed. And governments like Fonzie can never say sorry. So after locking up half of America, especially in the urban areas, for, you know, a dime bag of weed here and something like that, it's hard to go, we should totally legalize this. But we can't really. So we can half-ass it. We could turn the other way. So, yeah, I'd like to know what your stance is on this. Are you going to, I think it's a fair thing, especially even the medical side of stuff. As I got in here, some people that were, as we were joking about it earlier, Chris and I, some people were saying, guys, it's, this lots of vets, man. The vets like their weed because they went through a lot. Yep. They don't want to be on opioids. Oh, my Lord. He got deported.
Our listeners, man.
I know.
They're just as smart aleck as we are.
No doubt. The weed candidate will win. That should be somebody's only thing. I'm for weed. What else? That's it. Once I get that done, I'm done. I'm going to turn AI on it and let you guys go.
I'm high on you, Tennessee.
Oh, boy. You guys want to get a Tally? Be my running mate. He's the head of my campaign. You guys want to get high? Oh. Did you see South Park last night? Did you see anything from it?
No.
It was amazing. It was about, they went after.
Hold on a second.
Yeah?
We have to acknowledge this text. Me personally, I'm against weed legalization. Don't get me wrong. I love weed, but it would totally throw a clog in the wheels of my side hustle.
What is what?
His side hustle.
Oh.
Oh.
That's one of the best texts we've gotten on this.
Well, you know what? I like that. I like that. That right there. That's a good. See, it's so tough out there. Even the side hustle. You know what? If you ever wanted to look about of anything, go look at Prohibition and how excited the mob was for Prohibition.
Oh, they loved it. They got rich off
They
of it.
loved it. The mob's power came from Prohibition. They thought it was the greatest thing in the world. They never wanted it to end because they knew, for the most part, outside of a few, big bust here and there, they weren't coming after the speakeasies. They weren't doing any of that stuff. So it was great for them. Yeah, so I can understand why his side hustle would be bummed. But I watched South Park. God, we're going to talk about this. They went after Kristi Noem. She kills dogs the whole time. Including the Superman's dog. It was spectacular. And Charlie Kirk, who, can I just say this? Kudos to Charlie. Charlie was gracious about it, thought it was hilarious, thought the fact that something he's been doing for 13 years and the way that they poked fun at him was hilarious. And, you kind of think, you get to that point in life where South Park or Saturday Night Live's doing something about you. You're like, you know what? I've kind of made it into, a little bit of the Americana, the fabric of the America. That's good. I like that. We got a bunch of stuff to get to today. We do. We need to get Martha on. I mean, not Martha, Marcia or Martha. I'm not bothered. We need to get Marcia on. Ask her just one question. How do you feel about weed? I'm not really for it. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Next caller. John Rose. I know we'll get him on. He gave me his card yesterday. He's like, dude, if you need some, I got it.
Weed?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why he wants it not legal. And we'll see if we can ever find this other guy that we think now is a mystery. A mystery, I say. A mystery indeed. Bunch of other stuff. Dude, that is hilarious. The radioactive wasp.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, now you got to worry about radioactive poisoning.
I know. What kind of Nile virus did you? Oh, well, let me tell you about it. I got the radiation Chernobyl version.
They sting you and you explode.
You know what? It's probably an experiment gone totally wrong. It is. Guys, do you remember that time that there were murder hornets? Yeah, those were pretty bad. That was right there when we had COVID. Now imagine this. Chernobyl wasp. What's this do for you? You get stung and then you die 3 days later, the most painful death ever. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. But I've got another nature will mess you up story that is spectacular. And you know what? Bison 1, man 0.
Yeah.
In a major way. Not even close. Not even close.
I can't wait to hear that, how that unfolded.
Poorly for him. And he paid to do it.
They seem so calm.
Yeah. Well, the guide said, no, he wasn't calm at all. And it wasn't even, it was the kind of thing where you're like, oh, this is going to be talked about on one of those shows. Absolutely. Talk about that. We've got, there's a new thing going on, TikTok Reels, the interwebs. As you know, we like to keep you guys abreast of all these things because it's a good thing. It is young men and women talking about the massive amount of debt that they're in when it comes to school. And it is crazy. It is crazy. And also what is going on with all of those loans, how much we as a nation are in trouble. And some of the statistics are insane. We got some redistricting stuff. Oh, by the way, Israel said, look, we're taking over Gaza, but don't worry, we're taking it over. So that's happening.
But we'll give it back after we get rid of Hamas.
As soon as we know that everybody's gone and we've killed everyone, and I mean Hamas, or everyone, we'll give it back. So we'll talk about that, a bunch of other stuff as well. If you missed any show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Raycon, best earbuds around. Wear my Raycons all the time. They are incredible. So these are the new classics. So originally when Raycon came out, Ray J had one of these things. He had a couple other things, but these were the earbuds. Took him years to perfect. He got Snoop Dogg and everybody in on to just make sure they sounded great, they fit great. And then he went and he grew from there, doing a whole bunch of other stuff, the everyday earbuds and all this stuff. These were the originals, and now he's gone back and he's taken all of the great stuff and put them on the originals, and these things are amazing. Fit, incredible, feel. So you can wear them in your ears. You don't feel them. They don't pop out, which is great. So you don't have that thing where you got the plastic in there, the little stammer wires. None of that. Tons of colors to choose from. And then you get to active noise cancellation, fast charging, all the great stuff that is amazing. This is what I want you to do. Go to buyraycon.com/Chad. You're going to save 20%. You're going to get free shipping and a 30-day happiness guarantee. And you're going to love these things. I absolutely love mine. And my kids steal them. My wife steals them. And your family will try to as well. Go to buyraycon.com.
Somebody stole mine, too.
That's right. We had to get Bell new ones because somebody stole his. They were so amazing. Go to buyraycon.com/Chad. Buyraycon.com/Chad.
Well, a South Nashville business is padlocked and boarded up for too many calls, according to Metro Police. We'll tell you about that and other top stories coming up at 12:30 on Zipper Talk 99.7 WTN.
Welcome to the team, recruits. I'm Christy Nome, head of Homeland Security.
Well, she seems nice. Okay, very pretty.
A few years ago, I had to put my puppy down by shooting it in the face. Because sometimes doing what's important means doing what's hard.
Whoa, whoa!
Now we'll ask the same determination of you. Because detaining and questioning people is never easy.
Oh, God!
As the face of Homeland Security, I'll be leading the way. And together we'll make sure everyone is in this country legally. So let's get out there and get them, recruits. Together we can make it happen.
Oh, goodness.
At one part, man, this is so... The protesters say, there's no doubt in my mind that they're good people and that there are plenty of Mexicans and Hispanics, Latinos, or whatever in heaven. There is, and then they show Heaven's Gate, and the ice cars are on the clouds, and they're raiding heaven, and they're saying if it's brown, it goes down.
Oh, my gosh.
It was brutal. It was. You know what?
Well, that's South Park.
It is. And what they do is they take satire and they put it out there because she did shoot her dog, and she put it in a book. And her excuse was, well, the dog didn't really behave, and we can't have farm dogs that don't behave or something like that. Whatever you don't, even if it was true, even if it was a man, you don't put that out there. That's not a good thing. Secondly, they take the absurd, and a lot of times from pop culture and life, and they turn it on its head, and they keep people laughing at our leaders. That's the number one thing. Journalism's dead for the most part. Because of us, too, because we want entertainment with our journalists, and we want to be affirmed, right? Like I don't want to go somewhere I could be challenged, is what a lot of people think. So give me everything I want.
I like that. I like that policy.
Yeah, that's a policy that, so many people, that's what they want. Like, you better affirm my belief. Oh, I'm watching the right thing. So what South Park and comedians and everybody else does is they like to make fun of everything. Right? And you see what happens if you go in just a single direction like Stephen Colbert does. What happens? Eventually, you crap the bed, you lose a bunch of money, and away you go. Or you become South Park, and you get $500 million a year. And you take something, and you hold the people in power accountable, because being challenged is one thing. People don't like to be laughed at. They don't, except for Charlie Kirk, who I thought, again, was hilarious when he was talking about it. Because he looked at it, and this is, if you're older, Trump hates it. Like Trump was on Fantasy Island, and J.D. Vance was Tattoo in this. And Trump hates, he gets all mad. But the younger generation thinks it's cool. It's funny.
Can't make fun of little people like that.
Yeah, it was. You got to be able to laugh. You do. And I like that there are people that were willing to challenge everybody. It's good. They challenged the hell out of Obama. They challenged the hell out of woke and crazy and COVID. People forget that. They only want them to make fun of the other side. No, you know what it is? It's comedy. And if it makes people laugh, that's what wins. That's the beauty. Comedy may be, of all the things, the most meritocracy-wise, the thing. Because if you're making people laugh, they're going to continue to come. They will. They will. Hollywood will try to hold up some ones who are politically correct or all the things that they want, but they never grow and have the power that the Chappelles or South Park does. All right, coming up. Talk a little Israel, some redistricting hilarity. Hilarity. And we're going to talk about the school college debt stuff because we've got people talking about it, and they're upset and they're angry, but it shows you what's going on out there and why milestones of adults aren't being met compared to the 70s. Talk about that straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.
12:30 on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Right now in South Nashville, Metro Police by court order have padlocked the door, boarded up the windows at the 404 Bar and Grill. A judge says it's a public nuisance, and this officer tells the media why.
We've made numerous contacts with the owners and management at this location, telling them our concerns for the location, advising them that if things don't change, that we're going to have to take further routes. And there's just been no change.
Yeah, police claim they've responded to at least 120 calls for crimes at the 404 Bar and Grill, including assault and shootings over the past 5 years. Accused killer Austin Drummond being held without bond for the murders of 4 people in Lake County and abandonment of their baby last week. Drummond appeared via video for his arraignment this morning. The judge announcing one by one the victims were shot to death. This as their families were present for the hearing. The judge entered a not guilty plea on Drummond's behalf, appointed him an attorney. The state indicated during arraignment it will be seeking the death penalty. Drummond's next court hearing is in 7 days. Elsewhere in Tennessee, about 100 miles east of Nashville, the wheels of justice are turning after a woman's body was found in a burning refrigerator on the side of a road. Edward Randolph is charged with first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse. Police say he killed his girlfriend, 47-year-old Hope Parrott, and then transported her body in the refrigerator, set it off on the side of the road, and then set it on fire. He was booked on what reports say is a $50 million bond. And the suspect in the Capitol Jewish Museum shooting is now facing hate crime and murder charges. U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro formally announcing the grand jury indictment against Elias Rodriguez.
Violence against anyone in this district will not be tolerated, especially violence which has hate at its core and is the genesis of violence.
He's accused of allegedly assassinating Israeli embassy staffers Yaron Lashinsky and Sarah Milgram in May as they left an event at the museum. Pirro says she spoke to Lashinsky and Milgram's parents prior to her announcement.
These are people who are broken because of one man's actions.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
From the Beacon Capital Management Weather Center.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. More heat and humidity today with high temperatures near, if not into the 90s this afternoon. And we'll have a stray shower or thunderstorm to keep an eye out for. Tonight we're down to the 70s. Tomorrow it's right back into the 90s with, again, an isolated shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening. Saturday and Sunday low to the mid-90s. A lot of heat for the weekend. Feeling like we're in the upper 90s. And still an isolated thunderstorm for the weekend. Most of it, though, is dry.
It's back to school, and Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is bringing the buzz, and it's not radioactive. Big savings right now. Huge giveaways. How about this? If you got septic issues, now's the time. Yeah, 15% off any septic, mainline, drains, whole home repipes, and it's just in time for the school year because, as we know, you can't spell septic without school. The beauty of this, right? So you can upgrade your HVAC system, all the things you do with Busy Bee. They want to make sure that you're also part of the community and they help the community. Right now, they're doing a Healthy Hive giveaway. $1,500 sponsorship to a local school of your choice. School must be within the service area right now. And that's if you upgrade your HVAC system. So you're going to get entered in to win that, which is great. So on top of that, they've got something else. You go and you get a Beehive membership. You can gift one to faculty, teacher, coach, whoever it is in the local school within the service area. Buy one, gift one. It's that simple. And you can breathe easier with $100 off indoor air quality products. So what are you waiting for? Busy Bee's awesome. They take care of the community, and they're the best around. They're going to treat you amazing. And whenever they come out to places like mine, where they were incredible with my wife, or Belle, where they brought him steaks, you know the Busy Bee is going to get you handled the right way. Call 775-7833, 775-7833, or visit busybeehvac.com. Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Bell, ladies and gentlemen. You want to be thinner? Of course you do. You work out, you're frustrated. You got the flumps and the lumps and the fluff. No matter how hard you work out, you're doing all those things, you're buying it. Don't stop. It's not going to happen. You know what is going to happen? Contours. Contours. I'm fitting in shirts and shorts. I haven't fit in a long time. Thank you very much, Contours. Why? You go there. It's non-invasive. It's the most relaxing thing. And they're guaranteeing on your first visit, you're going to lose 2 inches. Oh, after a while, kids, they won't even recognize, like, who's that, Brad Pitt? Who's that over there, Angelina Jolie? Why? Contours does that for you. $99, first time you go in there. Again, non-invasive. And they guarantee you to lose 2 inches or you pay nothing for your first treatment. It's incredible. So what are you waiting for? If you want to feel better, if you want to get into those jeans, ladies, gentlemen, do this and watch it melt away. It's non-invasive. The red light's just on you. It's so comfortable and relaxing, and you're going to look a lot better. Call 615-236-9960, 615-236-9960, or visit contoursllc.com to schedule. So funny because you mentioned South Park, and people are like, they don't make fun of the liberals. Are you kidding me? They made fun of woke, COVID, trans. Do you remember the trans thing?
Oh, yeah.
The principal is PC mayor. I mean, PC principal. Have
That's
you
his
seen?
name.
That's his name. I mean, when he got his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, partner, pregnant, they didn't want to name the kid. They were talking about all the They make fun of everybody. That's the beauty of it. And, I can always tell.
Remember when his girlfriend, strong woman, was competing in some athletics,
Yes.
and then a trans woman came in to compete against her, but it was just basically Randy Seth.
Yeah. He's like, I'm here. My name's Linda. Right? And he's just killing everybody. But they were trying to be PC about it, but at the same time, she was getting pissed. They do it all. So stop trying to go, well, what about this? Or what about it's not about your team. It's about humor. You may not like it, but it's hilarious. It is. It is. You guys enjoy it. Have fun. I'm telling you guys. Take a load off, kids. Take a load off. Relax. Nobody's keeping score. All right. Can you and I talk about the chaos and the craziness that goes on in the world, especially when it comes to the youth? So I did, first of all, I did a deep dive that was insane in trying to put stuff together. You guys have no idea sometimes how deep I go, how long it takes. My wife today said, what are you doing? I said, I'm working on college stuff, like I'm going to college. But the numbers are crazy comparatively to what they once were. So the baby boomers were the first to go to college. It was mostly men, the GI Bill. They all got to go to college, and it was pretty inexpensive. So 1970, to go to a school that was a state school, just a regular college, $394 a year, that equates to about $3,100 a year in today's bucks. Average medium income was about 10 grand, which is about 77 in today's. It was 4% of your income. Gen Z, state school, about 11 a year, and medium income is about 74,000. It's not like it's gone up a lot, but that's 14%. That's a state school. Now, a lot of people go to private school. You're going to lose your mind. 1970, 18% of your income went there. If you went to a private school, that's about $1,800, $14,000 in today's world. Today, $42,000 a year and 57% of your income to go to a private school on average. So think about that. That's insane. So the baby boomers started it. By the way, the only dip they ever had, as far as after the baby boomers had a big, like, we're all going to college, kind of thing. Gen X is like, not so much. So we didn't go as much. Then the millennials, highest rate of any enrollment whatsoever. Gen Z's behind them, and Gen Z and the millennials are not happy about it. Now, this lady is a young girl who is finding out how frustrating life is. And, when I went through this and I was going through it, a lot of people, like when you hear people say, well, I paid my way through school. Yeah, you did. I worked my way. What'd you do? I took out a summer job and I was able to pay for a lot of school throughout the year that way. Yeah, you're not taking out a summer job and paying for tuition. Yeah, it's not, unless you're an OnlyFans model. So this lady's she's lost it. And this is the new thing. These people go and debt bomb everywhere.
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate. So what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually, I owe more than what I started off with. What the any rich person, please tap in. Like Kourtney Kardashian, like you probably have 8 houses. I'm never going to be able to buy one because I went to college.
No, she's never going to be able to buy one because she did not pay attention to what she was agreeing to.
I don't think, and this is the thing that's ridiculous. The bloat that has come in college campuses is not professors. In fact, the growth of the admin is 7-1 from the administration to professors. It's the insane things that they've put all over campus to try to lure people there. It's not about books anymore and come get an education. It's about, hey, do you know we've got an ice cream fountain and it's free? You're like, really? We got a Starbucks? We got a this, we got a that. So that's one of the big things that they talk about. But I don't think the kids understand. First of all, if you and I today went and we were 17 and you go, hey, give me $100,000, I'm going to buy a sports car, they would laugh you out. Am I right? They would go, what the hell are you doing? They'd be like, no. But kids, they hand them this, and I don't think people really, you got to explain it to them. This is going to follow you around for the rest of your life. Know that. You're never going to be able to get rid of this. And while she's overdramatic, and look, she's got $90,000 in debt, of which she said her school didn't even come close to that. Listen to what she's doing to make money.
I just signed up to be an egg donor. Guess what? Got approved. Who wants kids? I can't afford them, so start bidding more. Just take them. What do you want? My left arm too? Like, what the am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be in debt for my whole life. How does that even make sense? I signed up for this when I was 17. Like, this should not be legal, bro. I got upset about it at work, and my coworker was like, don't you have, like, a rich relative who can pay that for you? No! My family's poor! Like, no! And the worst part is, bro, look where I am. Like, I can't go in because I can't spend money, but I just want to, like, be here because it makes me feel better.
She's at a mall, like looking at a Target and stuff.
Come on, honey. Get a grip.
So,
welcome to the real world.
But the thing is, you're not going to, like she said, I'm never going to. Some of these people's loans that I was looking at, they're talking about, they're paying $1,800 a month, $2,200 a month.
I'm telling you, man, these kids going in have got to get smarter.
Yeah. Well, and it's also very predatory at this point.
Oh, yes.
We throw these kids. It's not just the kids. Parents, weren't you saying, look, go to a JC, work your way through it, take some time here and there, but don't overdo it. And know this, if you're going to take out $100,000 loans, that's with you forever.
Yes.
You can never declare bankruptcy with this. You know what the new thing is? If you take 6 units, you don't have to pay your loans. So people are going back, enrolling in school, taking 6 units so they don't have to pay their loans because they're that desperate. Now, here's the scary part. This affects us too. Oh, yeah.
Very similar to the 2008 housing crisis, like a tidal wave that's coming. Because I'm like, okay, well, if all these kids are locked up in student loan debt and their parents are now like double strapped and their grandparents are tapped out too. One of the biggest groups that's taking out student loans is actually grandparents, because they've tapped the parents out, they've tapped the kids out, and they're going back for the grandparents. So you've got multiple loans and you got multiple generations mortgaged to these papers that have negative ROI for a lot of them. And we're completely unnecessary and we're taken out far too early.
Can you believe that? Grandparents and parents have chipped in, and that's eating them up. They've tapped them out. How do you expect it? And the milestone thing is important too, because the youth, and by youth, I mean young adults. I'm not talking about, people that are 18. I'm talking about the average person, it was like 50%, I think in 1970, that owned a house, was married, had hit milestones, had children. Now it's like 15% for any of those. For any of them. And, and while she was the extreme, and I'll play another one for you later, this lady who became a pharmacist, she's talking about, she's, look, it's nobody's business to pay back my loans. And she's paying them off. She goes, I never admit, even during, COVID and stuff, I never stopped paying my loans. She goes, but I've been out of school for 12 years and I still owe $80,000. It's usury rates. It's insane. It is. And if we wonder why kids don't get married and kids are putting stuff off, it's because they've already come out with all the burden that adults used to have when they were 40. Money-wise, without any of the fun. And you know what? Here's the thing that's scary. At least, and this lady says it really well, at least during the 2008 debacle, there was houses.
It is creating and is going to create a crisis of that 2008 recession, I believe, because you look at, they have the slabs, the student loan asset-backed securities, which is exactly like the mortgage loan, like the mortgage crisis, where they had the tranches and they were all rated AAA. Did you know that?
So they're bundling those student loans and then selling those off?
Yeah. Yep. There's an entire securities market built on that. And the thing is, with the housing crisis, at least the mortgages, there was an asset to be seized, right? There was a house. Even if it was a worthless house, it was at least the house that the bank could sell, that could seize. There's nothing. There's nothing backing these loans but labor. That's it. It's the labor of the people who took them out. So it's backed by nothing. There's nothing to seize except for the labor of the people, the earnings of the people who took the loans out. Because you'll see, like, Discover will sell like a bundle of loans, so people will pay like billions of dollars more than they're worth because they know, because the loans are bankruptcy exempt because of the Higher Education Act, that they can hunt those people to the ends of the earth and they're going to have to pay it. It's crazy and nobody sees it.
Well, they're going to. $1.7 trillion and growing every day.
That's student loan debt?
Student loan debt.
Yeah, that's
1.7 trillion with a T. That is, and yeah, you got to pay back your debt. We all agree on that. But at some point in time, when does it become ridiculous?
Yeah, I mean, this is just an example, too. Parents have got to stay involved.
100%. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
if you're stupid enough to sign a loan and not know, who signs a loan and doesn't know the interest rate?
Well, here's the thing. You know the interest rate, except for they go in, just like the tranches, they start selling them off to people. And then you're dealing with somebody else. And then all of a sudden it becomes, people are trying to refinance. And the frustrating part is we're not telling these kids the truth about what's going to, and now they know it now. That's why Gen Z is really starting to move away from this. And I think schools are going to have a tough time in the future getting people into the schools the way that they used to, because they're going, it's not worth it. It's not worth this. Because they're already feeling like, well, you know what? I'm not going to own a house anyways. So why would I want to go into debt and be stressed out when I could just go get a job and be okay? And if you're not dating and you're not buying a home and you're not moving under the milestones, that means you're also not having kids, which means we're not reproducing, as we've talked about. It's not just about white women who are crazy.
And this also goes back to the very fact that when government subsidizes something, it naturally becomes more expensive. Yeah. Because if you're going to raise rates, because why would you not try to get a bigger piece of that pie?
100% right there. I mean, that's it. The minute you guaranteed everybody gets a loan, well, everybody's going to pay for it, and they have. And parents, grandparents, man, I tell you what, boys, crazy and deep. Coming up, we've got a little nature will mess you up. Oh, yeah, we do. And it's one for the ages, kids. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. All right, guys, my buddies who are at Bulwark want to talk to you. It's second set of eyeballs on your investments, your retirement, 401k, IRA. What do you want to be? Well, let them help you with that by giving you that second set, like Doge, right? How about the Department of Retirement Efficiency? When you'd like to have somebody go through, make sure everything's okay. Are you wasting money? Are you paying too much in fees? There's a bunch of hidden risk out there. Do you know what everything is? And are you getting the most out of your money when you think about where you want to be? Or are you in a position where you have no idea that you're risking more than you should for where you are? Call them today. Set up a free risk review, 866-779-RISK, 866-779-RISK for the free risk review from my friends over at Bulwark. Or you can go sign up for it, knowyourriskpodcast.com, KNOW, yourriskpodcast.com for Bulwark Capital. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investments involve risk, not a guarantee. Past performance, not guaranteed future results. Trek 25217.
Got a crash. It is 24 eastbound right there at Haywood Lane. And Metro Police, by court order, have shut down a South Nashville business. We'll tell you about that more coming up at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
So, kids, nature does stuff sometimes. Yesterday, we reported where nature came in somebody's house and nature got killed.
Yes, sir.
A little different here.
Nature will mess you up.
Because it will. It will. Case in point, past Sunday, South Africa. An American, a wealthy guy, Asher Watkins, 52, hunting the Great Cape buffalo. This buffalo he was hunting, his nickname is Black Death. He weighs 1.34 tons.
Goodness.
He had a guy with him, a guide, and he paid to do this. They were stalking him. Guess what Black Death didn't want? To die. And he was irritated. He charged at him at 35 miles an hour and killed him instantly.
Wow. That's like getting hit by a bus.
With horns. Yeah. They said it's the most dangerous animal almost on land when hunting. Lions, tigers, a lot of that, they don't want to be seen. These don't care. They do not care. And this firm that you go there, because a lot of times when you go and hunt and everybody gets mad, you pay a lot of money. You get to go hunt some of these lions in the big game because as they need the money to keep up the game ward. And a lot of times some of these older animals, they can't reproduce anymore, but they won't let the young males help out. So they're willing to do this. But they say this on their site. The buffalo is the most dangerous animal to pursue in Africa.
Yeah.
It was for this guy.
What kind of buffalo again?
Cape buffalo.
Yeah,
are you ready
Cape
for this?
Buffalo.
It is, on average, 1.5 tons and 11 feet long, 5.6 inches tall. And it's bone.
What? Wait. What? 5.6 inches.
As far as the height. So as how tall it is and long, it's almost 11 feet long.
Oh, feet tall.
Yeah.
You mean 5 feet 6 inches?
Yeah, 5 feet 6.
Okay.
So,
You said 5 inches, and I thought, boy, that is one hell of a buffalo.
well,
right
he's
there.
really strong. Just like you always say, he gets low, right? Gets leverage.
Well, I mean, have you guys seen those videos of water buffalo whenever a pride of lions tries to take one of their young?
Oh, yeah.
They mess those lions up, man.
Big time. Big time. Don't mess with the bull or buffalo. You may get the horns. Coming up, hour number 2 of the program. Who knows what we'll do, but I guarantee you it'll be fun. You missed the show. Shame on you. Grab the podcast. Chad Benson Show.
Shame. One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. We've got the full forecast in 5 minutes. And right now in Nashville, Metro Police, by court order, have shut down a South Nashville business, which a judge has deemed a public nuisance. The 404 Bar and Grill padlocked, the windows boarded up. This police officer at the scene says,
we've made numerous contacts with the owners and management at this location, telling them our concerns for the location, advising them that if things don't change, that we're going to have to take further routes. And there's just been no change.
Police claim they've responded to at least 120 calls for crimes at the 404 Bar and Grill, including assault and shootings over the past 5 years. So the bar will stay closed at least until the owners get a hearing next week. Accused Tennessee family killer Austin Drummond appearing in court via video for his arraignment this morning in Lake County. During the court appearance, it was announced the state intends to seek the death penalty. Channel 4's Joylyn Bukovac reports on a few new details linking Drummond's to the family.
Authorities say the search for him was one of the most intense manhunts. Drummond was arrested Tuesday morning in Jackson while hiding behind a vacant pool house near where neighbors had been told to shelter in place. He's charged in the deaths of 4 relatives of his girlfriend, who was a former correctional officer, according to authorities. A 7-month-old baby of the family's was found abandoned over in Dyer County, about 40 miles miles away from Carrington Road in Tiptonville, where the 4 bodies were found. Investigators believe Drummond had help. 3 other people are facing charges in connection to helping Drummond while he was on the run.
So during arraignment this morning, the judge entered a not guilty plea on Drummond's behalf and appointed an attorney to represent him. The next court hearing is 7 days, August 14th. 2 months into the 2025 hurricane season, the Atlantic Ocean spawned 4 tropical storms, only one of which made U.S. landfall. But ABC's Jim Ryan says government meteorologists standing behind their predictions of an active season.
The National Weather Service still expects to see 13 to 18 named storms before the end of the hurricane season, November 30th, including as many as 9 hurricanes and 2 to 5 major hurricanes. The agency acknowledges that the season has gotten off to a slow start, with Tropical Storm Andrea taking shape June 24th. And Tropical Storm Dexter is now in the North Atlantic and moving away from the U.S. mainland. A new disturbance is taking shape off the coast of Africa, with a 60% chance of becoming a cyclone in the next 7 days. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
It's the Chad Benson Show
on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Somebody can, I think, send contact information for our buddy Saito.
Saito?
Cito?
Cito Palegra.
Yeah.
Tito Puente.
Yeah. He is, where'd you say the location is?
Millington.
Memphis?
Just outside of Memphis.
Just outside of Memphis. So we're going to find out if he's real or not. Because if he's not, we're going to be bummed, but we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to run. It's going to be us. I'm on MarshaBlackburn.com.
Yeah.
For governor. And I'm trying to see what she says about the weed.
Probably nothing.
She's standing up for farmers. She's championing crypto.
Weed farmers?
What?
She's standing up for weed farmers?
No, not them.
Oh.
Never them. Safeguarding our Second Amendment, supporting our military veterans. She's defending the innocent right to life, protecting our kids, stopping out-of-control liberal spending, fighting the anti-woke curriculum, improving higher
There's a
education.
hair to be split there. She's fighting out of control liberal spending, but she's okay with the out of control conservative spending.
Of course. She loves the president. That's all of them. Who is it? Nancy Mace? She's like, I'm Donald Trump in high heels. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. That's so stupid. Just, do you have an idea that's your own at all? She's going to cut wasteful government spending, and the small print should be on things that the liberals would spend on, but we'd like to spend on other things. She's going to confront communist China. Did you guys know that? Did anybody know that she herself alone is going to confront China?
Don't trust China.
That's right. That should be on her site.
She's already got the strongly worded letter written.
She does. She's protecting women's sports. And she's stopping the scourge of illegal immigration. It's a scourge, among other things. So nothing on the weed, though. You're right, guys. But there's one box left that's empty. I'm just going to say, you can put that there. And we're not going to, mess with you guys. If you guys want to get some weed, go ahead and knock yourself out. As long as you're not moving weight. So we'll see.
Define weight.
You got to be moving something, don't you think? Like, you got to be moving pounds.
Are you talking about weed?
Yeah.
For what?
Like
for selling it.
For selling it.
Oh, for selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know how I got this job. I have nothing nice to say about conservatives.
Van Gogh listener.
Yeah, thank you. I say good stuff all the time. By the way, it's policy that matters and the actions of those policies. That's it. So, yeah, see, somebody said, I'd like to know if he's pro-pot. That's Cito.
Cito Pellegra.
Pellegra. No. That's going to, when he calls in, every time he says something good, we're going to go. We're going to play that.
Every time he says something good.
Oh, and when Marcia says something good, it'll be Marcia. See?
What about when
we got to find out something with Rose.
Yeah, John Rose.
Oh, you know what? When he says something good, we'll hit a thing that says, Seal goes, I've been kissed from the rose. Everybody's got one, kids.
We could mix it up and put Bette Midler in there, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bette Midler. Oh, that's right. The rose. The rose, kids. The rose. So that's Marcia. I think Marcia's going to win. And she only has to win the primary, then it's over. Like we said yesterday, we don't even know who's running in the...
Well, it's just looks like some community organizers and city councilors in Memphis. Yeah. And then there's one musician here in Middle Tennessee in Gallatin who is running. Let me bring this back up. Running for Tennessee governor in 2026. Come on, let's get him on up here. Come on now.
Yeah, so
it's taking a little while to search here.
Somebody wants to know, Blackburn has to have big pharma money to pay for starships. What? She has starships? So how many they got? They have several running?
Okay, so Jerry Green is a Democrat who is listed as a candidate on Ballotpedia. Adam Kurtz, also known as Adam Ditch Kurtz, a musician and candidate in Gallatin.
Wow. So nobody we've ever heard of. We'll get them on, though. I want to hear. They probably have wacky ideas because they're wacky. And then, what kind of music does he play? We'll play.
It doesn't say.
Oh, really? Well, he's a musician. What's his name? Ditch?
Adam Ditch Kurtz, Kurtz.
Wow. All right, Adam, if you hear this, let us know. We're all about it, guys. We're bringing them on. Bringing everybody on, yes. Right, left.
So Jerry Green, a Democrat Memphis City Council member. Adam Kurtz, also known as Adam Ditch Kurtz, a musician in Gallatin. Carnita Atwater, a Memphis community advocate. And I'm sorry, it's Tim Sear, it says, is from Gallatin.
Okay.
Not Adam Kurtz.
All right. So
we got to round them up.
Yep. Got to find out what they're all about. We want to know. All right. This is what it's all about, kids. You come here, you bring your best ideas win. Unless, of course, we've gerrymandered an area. Then there's that.
And taken millions in donations from lobbyists.
Yeah. There's also that thing, too. Oh, I wonder if he's related to Colonel Kurtz.
Colonel Kurtz?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's Colonel Kurtz?
That guy. He's the colonel.
That fella.
Is he any relation to Colonel Sanders? Because if he is, he probably has my vote.
He makes great chicken.
Free chicken tenders is a really easy way to buy my vote.
Man, I haven't had any of that chicken in a long time.
What?
KFC.
We should get KFC tomorrow.
No, I can't do that, man. That's slippery slope.
No, we should
slippery slope.
We shouldn't get KFC. We should get Popeyes.
No, KFC because we like the Colonel.
Yeah, but Popeyes make a better chicken sandwich.
They do make a good chicken sandwich. Remember the chicken sandwich wars?
Oh yeah.
As I tell my kids, you guys went around for the chicken sandwich wars. They were amazing. I'd do that all over again.
Popeyes was selling so much that they couldn't keep them in stock.
That was crazy. I love that. That's what makes America. People want to go, what makes America great? Have you been to America? First of all, it's awesome. Secondly, have you seen how big we are? The rest of the world's trying to catch up, kids. We're 20, 30, 40% ahead of them.
Have you had our chicken?
Yeah. Have you? Have you? Have you had? I love watching British people come over here and try like barbecue for the first time.
Right.
They're like, I will never eat anything ever again than this. You're like, that's right. That's why we win wars, people. That's
America, land of the funnel cake.
Land of the funnel cake. Home of the freeze. Oh, goodness me, kids. Goodness me. No KFCs, no Popeyes, none of that garbage. Hattie B's is incredible.
Hattie B's. Woo!
You know what, though?
Yes.
I love Hattie B's, and because I live right next to Hattie B's, the problem is, even with their app, sometimes it takes forever to get anything because they're so packed out. Hattie B's is good. It is good. The Colonel Sanders, well, first of all, Arlen, he was my hero as a kid.
Colonel Sanders?
I was because it shows you're never too late in life to do something. He got there, he's looked at his Social Security check, and he's like, yeah, this isn't going to work. And so he's like, I'm going to go sell my wife's chicken to everybody for a nickel. And that's what he did. And he built it up. I mean, it's a great story right there.
So he didn't actually come up with the 7 herbs
she did.
Yeah, so she did, and then
he went out he legged it to every little place you could think of, gas station. That's the American dream right there, when you think about it. Even at his age, because he was a senior citizen.
When did he open his first store?
Oh, it was later. Originally, it was like at gas stations, like Pilot, the Flying J, and like those kind of things. And, every time they'd sell one, they'd give him a nickel. So if they sold it for $1, they'd give him a nickel. And that's how he built it up.
We need chicken.
Yeah. So, Red 615. I've not had that. Have you guys?
Red 615?
Yeah.
No?
Apparently it blows Hattie B's away. Bojangles?
I think I've had Bojangles before.
Jolie B, Filipino. I've not
Jolie
had that.
B?
But I've had Filipino fried chicken. Filipino chicken is great. Gus's fried chicken? Awesome.
I've heard of that. I have heard of that.
Yeah. So, I've not had Bojangles.
I think I have, but I can't remember.
It's a southern,
Yeah, it's
Midwest.
a chain.
Yeah.
I've had them, and I'm not a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had Zaxby's. Have you guys ever had that?
I've had Zaxby's.
Yes. It's
not bad.
great, but it's way expensive.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Ridiculously overpriced.
I don't like that. I don't like go to expensive. Yeah, he got turned down 100 times. Our good buddy, the Colonel. 100. Think about going there, and you're that age, right? Because you got your first little check, and you realize like $8 a month, or whatever it was at that time, you weren't going to live off of it. So you take your wife in your white suit, and you drive around in your car, and you get turned down by everybody, and all you're trying to do is let them sell your chicken and give them a nickel. At that age. I mean, it's busting the hump right there. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, baby. Bojangles, somebody says, not good. Prince's hot chicken snack. Never had that. So
Prince's is pretty famous.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just haven't had it.
As a local eatery, yeah.
Waldo's, chicken and beer. In Southern California, we had like a few places chicken-wise, but Roscoe's is the famous one. That's chicken and waffles, because at some point in time, we've decided, you know what? You know what'd be good? You know what would top off these waffles? Fried chicken. Diabetes. Oh, goodness me. Now I want chicken. See what happens?
Yeah.
Long John Silver's. You're going to go back in time to go to a Long John Silver's.
Did they do chicken too?
There's one in Rivergate.
Yeah. I didn't know they did chicken. I thought it was only fish.
I thought they just did fish.
No, they do chicken too.
Well, I'll be.
And there's one out in Rivergate, just next to, I think it's close to Target.
Yeah, see. Because I saw, didn't they just open one too? Another one? There was a big line for it. I didn't realize Long John Silver's was still around. So that's another thing you just don't get out there.
Yeah, I think there's, it's not Long John Silver's. What is it on, it's Captain D's on my way home. I see a Captain D's.
Oh, Pioneer Chicken at Bell Gardens. That's from where I come from in the 562 gym. I'll tell you what, right now, Pioneer Chicken was phenomenal. Sure, you may get shot, but at the same time, the chicken is delicious.
It's worth the risk.
It is. Popeyes is good. Man, I want to.
Love that. Yeah, love that chicken from Popeyes.
That's right. I never knew what they said. I'm a love the stuff in Popeyes.
I tell you what, man, in Boise, they weren't really known for their fried chicken up there in the desert Northwest, but a member of the football team, his family was from Louisiana.
Oh.
And in order for them to be close to him so they could see all his games, they moved to Boise and brought expanded their business from, they had a Louisiana fried chicken business.
Kind of like a soul food kind of thing?
Yeah, and they opened that up in Boise. And I mean, I'm telling you, that place did some business.
I bet it did.
Those folks up there came to love that Southern fried chicken.
Oh, so good.
And everything else with it.
Have you guys had Cane's?
I've not had Cane's.
Okay, I will tell you this. I've got a love-hate relationship with Cane's. First of all, I don't want your sauce. And if I want ranch or barbecue, you should let me have it. They don't have ranch or any of that stuff. Only their sauce.
Where is Cane's?
They're all over the place.
I think they're everywhere.
There's one in Franklin.
I think I've had
by the
theirs
Galleria
before.
right there. Over by the bowling place we went to. It's right there. It is so good, though. Oh, it is so good. But our love-hate relationship, because you were telling me what I can't put on my snack that I want. Okay? All right? If I want to put ketchup on it, you're going to let me. Did you see the new ketchup smoothie? This is disgusting. We should talk about this, among other things. Redistricting. Does anybody know where you can find a Democrat? In Texas?
They're in Illinois.
Oh, it's like, where's Waldo? Plus, at the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in Gaza because, hey, we're taking control of it, but it's for your own good, and no, you can never have it back, but we'll give it back to you someday. So we'll talk a bit about that as well. Reach out to us across all of our social media. A whole bunch of other stuff. Ahoy! Ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Rough Greens, ruffgreens.com/chat. Vitamins, minerals, probiotics, omega-3, 6, 9, all these incredible things. It's fuel for your dog, and it's a great way to start the morning for them. You go, you feed them. The beauty of this is, first of all the incredible stuff, living nutrients for your dog's food. Dog food is dead food. This is the thing that's going to help fuel them through the day. It's going to make them healthier. It's going to help with their coat, their skin. It's going to help with their energy and their mobility. It's going to give them a new lease on life, and it is great. And you don't have to change a thing with your dog's food. Just a scoop, and you're done. They're going to love the taste. You're going to love what it does for them. It's going to make them healthy. It's going to extend their life. It's going to give them better heart health. It's like you and I reaching for our energy drink or a coffee in the morning. It's just a great way to start our day and to fuel it. Try Jumpstart Trial Bag. It's a $20 value. You get it for free. All they ask you to do is cover the cost of shipping. It's that simple. ruffgreens.com/Chad. That's ruffgreens.com/Chad.
A South Nashville restaurant padlocked and boarded up because police say the bar has been deemed a public nuisance. Court order. Details at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
I do with my body. Let me ask you something. If a pregnant woman is killed and the baby dies too, why is the killer charged with a double homicide?
Well, because people have different beliefs.
It's not about belief. It's about truth. Science confirms life begins at conception. So yes, Jeremiah 1:5 says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. But it's just morality that demands we protect the most vulnerable. So let me ask you, when do you think life began?
Eric, are you all right in there?
Yeah, I'm fine, Mom. I'm just in here master debating.
Well, Eric, that's enough. Let's get out of the bathroom.
I can't, Mom. I'm master debating to these young college girls.
That's very naughty, Eric. Stop it.
Mom, I finally got sponsored by a protein powder, so I got to master debate for a couple more hours. Leviticus 9, 1 through 8. Let me alone.
Now, before you freak out, he's a master debater because he's trying to win debating contests. And he's dressed up like Charlie Kirk. And it was great. Charlie, by the way, for his part in this, said this about it because Charlie thought it was great.
Yeah, but putting the mic down, that is pure. And the girl reading off the phone, by the way, with like the angry, like lib face, like, blah, 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 blah. I'm reading, so it's just. First of all, I just think it's hilarious, and secondly, the whole thing is like, wait, so a campus thing I've been doing for 13 years to debate random college kids has now been so important that it gets prominent primetime placement on Comedy Central. I think the whole thing is just awesome and hilarious.
And that's the way you approach that. If you get to the point where, I mean, guys, come on. Wouldn't it be great if they were making fun of us? Because it means you made an impact somewhere. It is. Well, Chad, they're making fun of conservatives. They make fun of everybody. It's the point. You know what I've always, like, you've got to be able to laugh at yourself. And you can always tell what kind of society is really mature and who those people are if they can laugh at themselves. Because if you can't, man, that's a struggle. Don't be on the struggle bus like that, kids. Don't do it. I'm telling you that now. It ain't a good place to be. It isn't. Laugh at yourself. Move on. In 3 weeks, somebody's going to do something stupid on the left, and then you'll be cheering when they're absolutely obliterating them. As they did the trans folks, as they did the PC world, COVID, masking up, all of that stuff. They do it all. And you've got to be willing to laugh. Because if you don't laugh every once in a while, you'll cry. A lot of people chiming in, by the way, about about chicken. I didn't realize chicken was such a hot topic.
Oh, you're in the South, brother.
Well, I knew it was a hot topic, but I didn't know the hatred that some people have for some. It's like it's almost like it's a gang war fight. Did you Canes? Did you get Long John Silver? You guys want to fight? Like what? What? No. Go ahead.
Fish place can't make chicken.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't do that. What do you think you're doing over there, Popeyes? You don't make that. You make popcorn, shrimp, and regular chicken. You don't make sandwiches. You don't get buns.
Somebody should come up with a blue toes.
A what?
A blue toe.
A blue toe?
Yeah, remember that's the guy Popeye always fought.
Oh, that's right. Pluto.
Yeah, no, blue toe.
Blue toe. That's right. And we'll have Wimpy. As you know, guys,
Now, Wimpy he'll serve you up a burger.
He will. And he'll gladly pay you back on Tuesday.
He won't charge you until Tuesday.
You just won't know which Tuesday it is.
Right.
It's going to be a surprise. Get it. I know that was the worst movie that Robin Williams ever made.
I think I've seen that movie.
It was Shelley Winters before she went crazy. And him, and I forgot who else, but it was so bad. I think he said he was coked. He should have been coked up the whole time. It was just the bizarre. If you've never seen it, it's one of those movies where, you know what, you might want to be high to see it. Is this really happening? Is this going on? Trump officials, Epstein strategy dinner moved amid media scrutiny. You guys are having a dinner to talk about, hey, what do we do with all the child molester stuff? Pass me the canes. That's not a good look, guys. That's not a good look. just release it as much as you can. That's it. And nobody's going to believe anything anybody says anyways, because everybody's now made up their kind of mind. The fact that he's held on to it so long and that she's now saying he wasn't involved in anything, it starts to show you that you're never going to get the real story. So people are going to make up their own. But the longer you hide it, the worse it's going to be. It is. It is. No doubt about that. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit about that redistricting. By the way, I did another deep dive. So with 3 AIs, we ran several models, and we put together what it would look like in America if there was redistricting done based on reality, not based on whatever the party wants. It's very interesting. We'll do that straight ahead, among other things. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.
1:30 on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. I see that crash still up on the board here, 24 eastbound at Haywood Lane. Also a disabled vehicle right now in Madison. It's on Briley Parkway northbound at Ellington Parkway. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. A South Nashville restaurant has been padlocked and boarded up because police say a court order claims, well, police sought a court order and a judge agreed. The place is a public nuisance. Channel 4's Jordan James on the scene there at the 404 Bar and Grill.
Multiple officers are now inside of that business removing evidence. As you can see right now, that officer has a TV and is in the process of loading it in the back of a U-Haul. The site that you see comes after over 5 years of crimes being reported connected to the business, such as assaults and shootings. Metro Police say they have been called out more than 120 times, which has really drained their resources.
So far, police say they recovered what they claim were 15 gambling machines, also body armor. The owners have a hearing next week, so their business is going to stay closed at least until then. About 100 miles east of Nashville, charges have been filed against the boyfriend of a woman whose body was found in a burning refrigerator on the side of the road. This is in Overton County. Edward Randolph faces first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse charges. An accused family killer, Austin Drummond, is being held without bond. The state says it intends to seek the death penalty. He appeared via camera for arraignment this morning in Lake County. The judge entered not guilty pleas on his behalf, appointed an attorney to him. 4 first-degree murder charges for the family members the judge says were shot to death last week. It prompted a days-long manhunt, which spans several counties across West Tennessee.
All of the effort, all of the technology, all of the dog determination that we had was really came down to the community doing as was stated, seeing something and making that call.
While this arrest brings some measure of relief, we realize that the road to healing is going to be a long one.
So Drummond's next hearing is in 7 days, August 14th. And that's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Weather can change in an instant, and you need to be prepared for any outcome. That's why Generator Supercenter of Nashville will help keep your family safe and connected. We make buying a backup generator simple and easy, with financing options available, free in-home estimate, turnkey installations, no worry warranty, and most importantly, the monitoring and service of your fully installed generator. Come see us at our location in Nashville or visit us online. Generator Supercenter of Nashville. We serve all Middle Tennessee.
United Structural Systems has you covered when it comes to all things like your mold, your wood rot. You know about that stuff, right? Because your pipes, they got a little leak, there's a crack, but you don't really think it's too much. It's underneath. You can't see. It's going to be fine. Next thing you know, structural damage, and it's a nightmare. So if you've got worries, crawl space, waterproofing, basement wall, stabilization, foundation repair, all those kind of things, let USS come on out, give you a absolutely free inspection. Make sure that nothing out there and underneath there that you can't see is causing you any issues. And they're not going to sell you anything unnecessary. It's not what they're about. So if you've got issues right out there, just because, you're thinking, well, that was winter, I got through, it seemed okay, but and I can't really see it, it will be fine. Trust me, get to it early so it doesn't become a nightmare. Because many of us do that. We allow things to get sideways, and then USS has to come out and do something way bigger. And they're great at that too. But wouldn't you want to stop that? Yeah, I bet you would. Call them today, 615-488-7855, 615-488-7855, or check out everything they do online at USSTN.com. So, apparently there's some Democrats in Texas, so there were, but they left. I don't know where they are. They're looking for them. The FBI is going to find them, maybe?
We've repeatedly asked the FBI what this means. We've asked for details about what this assistance looks like, and the FBI has declined to comment repeatedly. So it's unclear what they can do.
I don't know what they would do, honestly. This is, the best way to describe this is theater. A little kabuki theater-esque. Everybody's, they're doing, they can't stop what's coming. They can't. I mean, you can argue, look, is it right, wrong? They can do it. They can. And so can California. And so can New York. Everybody can do it. Hell, I want you to listen to this. I think yesterday, Ken and I, we were talking about Maine. It's not Maine. It's Massachusetts. So they're going to have to figure something out here because Trump is evil and all this is bad.
Donald Trump, Greg Abbott, Ken Paxton have left us no choice. That's the reality. Nobody came looking for this, right? We had a system of free and fair elections. We have maps that are regularly drawn, voted on by legislatures, approved and signed off on by governors. This is the way the system works until this comes in. And so, you know, they've left us no choice. It's not where anyone wants to be. I can tell you that governors I know, maybe with the exception of this person in Texas, evidently, we want our constituents represented. We want the voices heard. Whether you vote for me or not, I want your voice to count. I want your vote to count. Unlike Greg Abbott, who doesn't want your voice to count and doesn't want your vote to count, nor does Donald Trump.
So she wants your voice and your vote to count. Now, I'm going to break this down for you. There are 9 congressional seats, I think, in Massachusetts, all Democrats. 2 Senate seats, all Democrats. The entire, the governor all the way down, Democrats. I think there are 5 Republicans represented at the state level, and that's it. 5. Think about that. That is not being represented. Considering I think it's 38 to 40% of the state is conservative leaning when you have no representation at all. Because really that's what it is. I mean, Illinois, you go look at Illinois. Illinois, 38, 40%. They have like 12, 15% representation at the state level or at the Fed level. It's not, because it's not going to be fair the way that the party in power draws it up. Because the party in power isn't looking for you to vote for them. They're picking you and putting you in a certain bucket. They're picking their voters. The voters aren't picking them. That's why the frustration level, and the thing that is much like with when Abbott went and did the thing with immigration, I kind of thought, it's Abbott doing something. They're always poking the bear when it comes to that. Just every state does it. California does it. Trump's in there. They're poking the bear. It's just what you do. But it turned out to be something big, because then other states got onto it and they were shipping so many people. People went, whoa, wait a minute here. What's going on? What's happening at the borders? And it was a wake-up call. And I think this is going to be a wake-up call here, because I don't think most people realize how bad it is. How crazy it is. The shoehorn, right? The tentacle, where you represent an area of, like every other block. I mean, it is a joke, because you're picking your voter. You're not picking a group in an area that is, mixed and matched. No, you're picking your voter that you know is going to vote for you. So that's how you gerrymander this. And so that's why there's very little when it comes to actual competitiveness. So yes, I did a massive deep dive and worked on it way too long today. I did. So if we were to actually have nonpartisan groups, and I don't know where you find that, robots maybe, and you drew up the lines across the board, across all the states and everything, this is how it would play out. So right now, the 219 to 212, I think, very small, narrow, and that's for Republicans. So how they would draw it up, equally balanced as much as you can. So therefore you have the suburbs, right? The cities, the rural areas, everybody's got skin in the game. Equal population per district, obviously comply with the Voting Rights Acts. Compact, contiguous districts, meaning you're not skipping 8 streets and then adding stuff, over here. And independent commissions. So we got to have all those things. So the way it would play out right now, if they did it nationwide, you would look at Texas. Texas would gain 3 to 5 seats for the Democrats. Florida, Democrats would gain 4. North Carolina, 2 to 4. Georgia, Ohio, Tennessee, 1 to 2. And then
1 to 2 for
Democrats.
those 3 states?
No, 1 to 2 for each state.
Each state, okay.
Yeah. So you're seeing, a big swing there. Now you get to the Republicans. Illinois, probably 2 to 3. Maryland, 1. New York, 2, maybe more. So what it would do is it would move the lead right now over to the Democrats. The Republicans would pick up some, but they would have 213. But there would be 10 plus districts that are completely wide open. But what this does is all of these places would be uber competitive. So you could swing certain things. They said this would add 80 competitive districts nationwide. And very few safe districts. I want the best ideas to win. And what I don't want is our politicians, no matter what side of the aisle are on, picking their voters so they can stay safe, with never the fear of being challenged or worried about ever losing their job. Why would they work hard if they don't have to? I guess a fair question. Why would you? The left is running around screaming, this is just, what I see somebody yesterday, this is like the Holocaust. I'm like, what? What? How did you get to that? And they scream that. They scream and yell all kinds of stuff like this.
I'm saying the Republicans feel the ends justify the means, and the Democrats cannot just stand by and allow them to steal the next election. We have to have pushback. The Republicans have to learn that they can't get away with this, because if they do, it's all downhill from here, and we will not have a democracy.
We don't have one the way that we think we do. First of all, we have a republic. But secondly, it's not one vote, one man. I knew when I was in California, my vote counted for very little. Very little. When I was in Arizona, my vote really mattered because it was purple. It was purple. I knew it mattered. When, out here, it's red. It's just like we talk about, the governor's race. We can't even figure out who's running on the Democrat side. And Marcia, I'm sure, is going to end up winning this thing. I think she'll do a fine job, whatever. But that race is the only race that matters, is the primary. We have made it so now our states are, for the most part, one party, some of them super majorities, like California right now. If they wanted to, they could pass every bill, and he doesn't even have veto power. They could look right at him and go, pfft.
Yeah, I think he recently tried to veto.
Yeah, he tried to do that with the homeless stuff.
Yeah, the homeless bill, and they said, no.
Yeah.
Well, we have that same situation here. If the legislature wants it, they've got a supermajority.
Yeah.
And there's been times where Bill Lee has let things become law without his signature because he didn't agree with it, but he knew he wouldn't win the fight.
You're not going to win the fight. Like I said, think about Massachusetts. 38 to 40% of people are somewhat conservative. They have no statewide anything. Nothing. Democrats for everything with 5 seats in the state house. That's it. That's not representation. In some states, you're going to get that way. But if you gave people the opportunity to go, I want the best solutions, and I want people to work for me. And I want to be able to pick. I don't want to be picked. Which is what ends up happening all too often, which is frustrating. We were talking about, it was Shelley Duvall. We were talking about Popeye earlier. Yep. She played.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall.
I said Shelley Winters. I said one way or another was a crazy.
Shelley Winters was in the Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah, she was great.
Wendy.
That's right.
Give me the bat, Wendy.
It was such a great movie.
It was, man.
My buddy, guy I played soccer with, he directed the modern one, the one that came out, I think, in 2005.
Yeah, that's that. I liked that one too, but
Yeah.
I can't find it anywhere now.
No, you can't?
No.
So
I've tried to find it streaming somewhere, but I think you have to pay.
I played.
I don't want to do that.
I played on an indoor soccer team, and this guy Danny Cannon. So Danny Cannon he's a Brit, and he is a really good guy. Like, he would show up at, we never paid for anything. It was me and this other guy, Chad. We were both and I was still pretty fit, and we were way better than everybody else. And that's why he picked us. You guys want to play on our team? Our team was called CSI Reloaded because he was the creator of CSI and all these things. And so we never paid for it. And every week we'd have a new actor out there. Peterson played with us sometimes. It was hilarious. They were awful. The other Chad would go, just get the ball, dude, and we would never come off the field. They would just rotate a couple of the guys in between, or gals. It was hilarious. Oh, my Lord. But
now,
yeah, he did
one. That's the one that Stephen King actually endorsed. He didn't he wasn't, from what I understand, he wasn't really happy about the one in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He thought that it kind of deviated a little bit too much from the book.
No way.
Yeah, he's whined about that for decades.
Yeah.
But he really liked the one you're talking about, the remake.
Yeah. What else did he? Man, he's done all kinds of stuff. Gotham, Training Day, Pennyworth, Gotham Knights. CSI.
CSI, baby.
He directed the pilot and 90 episodes. Was producer. Man, it's a good gig if you can get it. I'm letting you guys know, big money in directing a television. Commercials, huge money. Huge money in commercials. Used to be massive money in commercials. Like commercial directors would get $250,000 a day.
Really?
Yeah. Huge.
Son of a biscuit eater.
I know. Not us, man. We work in radio, right? We're the bowlers of the entertainment world. Don't you forget that. Don't you forget it. Coming up.
Don't mess with the Jesus.
Don't mess. Oh, don't mess. Don't mess, baby. Don't mess. We got a little urban word of the day coming up, among other things, on this most festive Lil Friday. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Birch Gold. Why? Because tariffs, unsettled geopolitical issues, weakened dollar, just name a few. That's why gold. Diversification is key, and Birch can help you with that. But the first thing you need to do is get information. Information will always lead you to the right decision. Text the word Benson to 989898 today. That's Benson to 989898. They're going to get you out an info kit, let you take a look. Maybe you've got an IRA, 401k, and you're thinking, well, what could I do with tax sheltered? I mean, right there, IRA, they can move it on. With the physical, what about the physical itself? Maybe you like to have it at home. They can do that as well. But it's up to you what you want to do. But the first thing is get the information. At a time like this, weakened dollar, some unsettled stuff going out there, it's not a bad thing to look to diversify and protect yourself. Text the word Benson for my friends over at Birch Gold. And you just type in 989898 and you hit Benson and away it goes. And next thing you know, they send you out some simple and easy, no hard sale. They're great. Text the word Benson to 989898 for Birch Gold.
All right, drivers, looks like we've picked up a crash blocking the right 2 lanes of 65 southbound at I-24 north. That's going to be exit 88. Then in Antioch, still showing a crash 24 eastbound at Haywood Lane. And we're going to tell you about a horrifying discovery about 100 miles east of Nashville. That story and more coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
So every day we like to make you guys a little bit hipper. We learn stuff on a daily basis. Because these kids, they say things. And I tell you what, you're like, huh? What? Because they're vernacular. You know, as we talk about the young, they got their own thing. Some of the stuff, it sounds the same, but it's different. Some of it, well, some of it is just totally different. It's called the Urban Word of the Day.
Now it's time for the Urban Word of the Day. The young have a vocabulary all their own, and we break it down for you. It's called the Urban Word of the Day.
Okay, kids. You ready for this one? This is a good one for us, guys, okay? This one is aimed at you, me, all of us, men. Zaddy. You know what a zaddy is? It's a handsome, fashionable, older man. Zaddy. It's like a sugar daddy kind of thing.
Never heard it.
Zaddy. That's right. So, like, she gets out of college. She needs a little zaddy in her life. Got to pay those bills.
You got that one from your kids?
The kids are laughing at the zaddy because when I'll put
no. I mean, your kids gave you this one to use.
Yeah, because I'll have my hat on and stuff, and I'll look, trying to look cool, and they'll look at me and they think I'm a dork, and they're like, "What do you think you're a zaddy?"
A zaddy.
Like, maybe you don't know. All right.
What an easy way to take a shot at Dad.
It's okay. It's okay. Kids, zaddy's your urban word of the day.
That was the Urban Word of the Day. Now you know.
Zaddy.
That's right. Zaddy. They make fun of you. I'm okay with that, though. I'm okay. It's like I'll put on my Converse, and they're like, "Oh, new Con." I'm like, "What do you think of these?" Zaddy. I'm like, what? What's that? I'm like looking it up. Like, what am I? What'd they call me? Is this a bad word? Is this something in Spanish that I should be knowing? Somebody, did you know that I was on the left, Bill?
Yeah, aren't you a communist?
That's right. Well, they say
Show me the card again. Show me the card.
Yeah, that's right. Chad is a zaddy. I like to thank you very much. Somebody's like, every time we drink, every time you mention soccer, I said, I rarely mention soccer. Well, you mention it once in a while. No, I'll be honest, because every time I say soccer, I get 40 texts that you're a commie. You know what other guy says? I'm going to be another Stephen Colbert, putting down the right. I'm going to lose my audience.
Sometimes the right deserves to be put down.
Advertisement and jobs. I don't know. No, I'm not. No, that's not it. I'm sorry. I thought you said audience earlier because I was typing and doing radio and stuff. Do I even know how to read? I do. I'm also pulling audio, doing a show, among other things that I do, because I do a lot of stuff, kids.
We should get a counter behind you that counts all the money that Trump has cut from the debt.
We should totally do that. How dare you even question that? This is all for the good.
Put diamonds on the second hand.
Love that. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program, it is Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Metro police officers say they've been called too many times to a business in South Nashville. Channel 4's Jordan James was at the 404 Bar and Grill this morning.
As a result, a court order was issued and detectives showed up this morning and placed a padlock on the business. Once inside, they say at least 15 gambling machines were located and body armor. Moments ago, we caught up with Metro Police.
We've made numerous contacts with the owners and management at this location, telling them our concerns for the location, advising them that if things don't change, that we're going to have to take further routes. and there's just been no change.
Now, this business will remain shut down until at least next week when the owners have a hearing. In the meantime, Metro Police tell us they cannot come back on this property.
Police say they've responded to at least 120 calls for crimes, including assault and shootings, in the past 5 years there at the 404 Bar and Grill. Right now in Lake County, the state says it's going to seek the death penalty for the man accused of killing a family of 4 last week, then abandoning their baby 40 miles away from the murder scene. 28-year-old Austin Drummond appearing in court via video this morning. The judge entered a not guilty plea on the 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of aggravated kidnapping on Drummond's behalf, appointed him an attorney to represent himself. And a horrifying discovery about 100 miles east of Nashville. Edward Randolph allegedly killed his girlfriend, 47-year-old Hope Parrott. Police say he transported the body in a refrigerator, dumped it on the side of a road, and then set it on fire. A judge ordered Randolph held on a $50 million bond. And a study conducted by internet watchdog Common Sense Media finds more than 70% of teens are turning to AI chatbots for companionship. Separately, says ABC's Jem Ryan, research finds kids are also seeking out advice from chatbots.
And sometimes with terrifying results. Researchers posing as 13-year-olds say they were able to coax advice on substance abuse, weight loss, and self-harm out of ChatGPT. Even the people behind that chatbot are concerned.
There's young people who just say, like, I can't make any decision in my life without telling ChatGPT everything that's going on.
At a conference sponsored by the Federal Reserve, Sam Altman, co-founder of ChatGPT parent OpenAI, acknowledged,
that feels really bad to me.
Jim Ryan, ABC News.
We always say on WTN's Chad Benson Show, nature will mess you up. Well, there are some new worries about wasps. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the story.
In South Carolina, an alarming discovery. At least 5 wasp nests have been found to be radioactive. Experts say they tested positive for traces of nuclear waste that the wasps might have accessed from soil around a nearby facility. And they say the chances of it harming people is low.
So these wasp nests were found near the Savannah River nuclear site. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Top Kremlin aide. Trump and Putin to meet in the coming days. Trump's like, I would like to invite Vladimir. I think it would be fantastic if you two sat down, broke bread, try to fix this. Don't do it, Vladimir. And if you do, don't go on the second, third, or fourth floor, anywhere there's a window, and don't let him serve you anything to drink.
If he has an umbrella, run.
Run. Don't shake his hand either, because I feel like he's going to put something on his fingers and do something. It's
radioactive joy buzzer.
That's right. He's the one who created those wasps that are radioactive. Be careful about that. We'll see how and if this goes. No confirmation or location for potential talks. That'd be cool. Where would you do it? Switzerland? Would you do it, I think Switzerland, right? They're neutral. Go there. South America? You do that?
Where did he meet with Kim Jong-un? Was it in Vietnam?
No, remember he just walked over the little the TMZ, remember?
Yeah, he just walked right
He just
over
walked
the
right
line.
across it, shook his hand.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Trump. That's it. That's it. You know what? That's for the stuff that can drive you crazy. I thought it was great. Everybody's, oh my God, I can't believe it. I think it's awesome. Right? Why not? Go talk to the guy. The beauty of Trump is Trump thinks if I get in a room with you, I can talk to you, and that's my strength, my persuasion. That's always his, thing. And as I used to tell my friends who think Trump is evil and a monster, I go, all these other people you think are evil and monsters, sometimes you need a monster to go fight a monster. And that's the beauty of Trump. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's why Godzilla has King Kong.
That's right. That's right. That's it. I mean, you need that. Because it's the reason, like, Winston Churchill was never a great prime minister except during war. He was a war prime minister. They voted him out immediately when they had the chance, even though his approval ratings were high. Why? Because he wasn't good at anything else but doing that. Sometimes you need people that can be extraordinary in situations. And Trump is one of those things where if he gets in front of you, he feels he can influence you and he could talk his way into something. Doesn't mean it's always going to come true. It doesn't mean whatever happens inside of there comes up, but he thinks he's got that chance, which is better than not taking the chance, which you see all too often with so many of these politicians. All right, guys, I went to John Rose's site. So I went to Marsha Blackburn's site last hour. And now I'm at John Rose. You can go to johnrose.com. I'm finding out more about John. He does have a pair of jeans, if you guys are wondering.
I think he's a farmer.
He is. He's out there.
Successful one.
Yeah. He had, didn't he have he came up with some big system when he was younger and he sold it for a ton of money. I don't know if it was a farming system. It was tech stuff. But he studied agriculture at Tech. And farming, he says, is his passion. He's got a master's of science degree in agricultural economics. You know what? He's probably growing the weed himself. Doesn't want any of the competition. We see how it is, John.
That sounds plausible.
That does. It does. He's got a wife named Chelsea. They got some...
Clinton?
No. Got a redheaded kid, so there's the kid without the soul. Trust me, I know what it's like, man. They got a couple kids.
Hey, wait a minute. Now that you've gone gray... Isn't that God's way of saying, okay, you've suffered enough, you now have a soul?
My beard's gone gray. If I grow my hair out,
still ginger?
I get a little bit of frost, but the rest of it, and during the summer, lightens up. During the winter, it gets dark red.
Yeah, I still got a little bit of brown on my head, too.
Yeah, see, so.
Yeah, but you already had a soul, Ken.
Yeah, you did. Me? He is... It's interesting. I mean, he's, it's the usual stuff. He's got, he doesn't have a lot about like what he, like when you go to Marcia, whoever. I keep wanting to say
Mavis.
I keep wanting, God, who is it? Who was the lady on MTV? Was it Martha Blackburn? Whatever's her name?
Yeah, it was Blackburn.
Yeah. So I keep wanting to say that. But if you go to her, right? So if you go to her site, it's got all the about. Like, she's got a full breakdown of what she supports, etc. He doesn't so much. Just a lot about him. But he's got to start adding to that. And so we'll see. We will see what we're going to have him on. And yes, the weed will be an issue. There's no doubt about that. It is my thing. If I ask you about like the weed side of things, it's not a gotcha. I want to know what are your statistics to back it up? I want to know what it is, and it's not a fight. I don't want to get into a fight because that's stupid. You don't learn anything that way. You don't. That's what we somehow like. I enjoy watching Piers Morgan's show every once in a while, but I can only take it for a little bit because he's got 4 people on there that are eventually yelling over each other. Nobody's learning anything. Even if they have a good point of view, you just don't. Come talk, put your ideas out there. We'll ask you some questions, but, you've got to sell yourself to the people, supposedly. And it's a statewide election, so you really have to sell yourself. So, Nina Blackwood, that's right. I don't know why I got that. Wasn't there Martha?
There was a Martha, but I can't remember.
Martha Quinn
and Nina Blackwood. See, I keep screwing it up.
Yes.
Martha was the short one with the pixie haircut.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. Will the doors at Publix open for gingers? Not sure. John Rose is Dan Patrick 2.0, and I always have to say, not the sports guy, the Lieutenant Governor, Dan Patrick, who is absolutely against weed. If you didn't see his press conference, it's worth a look.
If you eat weed, you will die.
Yeah. He kept throwing packets of weed out to all of the people that were covering it, and they just took it.
Hey, if you're going to throw me a freebie, I'm going to take it.
So I thought it was hilarious. So I want to know just besides the weed stuff, though, I want to know, what would you do as governor? Where do you differ? See, where do you differ on ideas? Are you guys just the same and this is just a bigger name? At that point in time, isn't it just a coin flip? So I think that's, and we should all know that. So, Jason, it's a proven fact that weed stunts your growth, your hair growth. No. No.
Hey, he's not saying that's the only thing that'll do it.
Yeah. Why weed? Because weed is, to me, government's continual overreach, and this is one they've got wrong. It's still a Schedule 1, right? Like with fentanyl.
Let's see.
I mean, think about that for a second. Weed is how many people are sitting in jail? What does it cost the inner city? Everybody that it's so ridiculous the way that they've approached it, and we continue to be this way, and it's a continual overreach. And with the conservatives, this is where they swing and miss, because I hear from a lot of you who are both conservative and some of you are libertarians, but I would say, what do you think, Bell? 85%, 90% of people that text in and stuff, they're all, yeah, why not keep it there?
Yeah, it's definitely, it's certainly in the mass majority.
Let's see. No, the DEA in January, it says the DEA finalized a rule in January that moves cannabis to Schedule 3.
Oh.
Alongside drugs like ketamine, anabolic steroids, Tylenol with codeine.
Oh, good Lord.
It's got codeine. Codeine. So that's and
it's still an overclassification.
Well, I'm getting conflicting stories here. There's one that says it's still Schedule 1, but then there's what I just read you. So I'm not sure. It seems like they did lower it.
Yeah. I thought they did too. Or they were planning on it.
Well, and that's why, like, the federal government considers hemp products legal as long as they are at least 3% or lower in THC content.
Somebody said, is this a weed station yet? No, it's not. It's still a Schedule 1, and I was wrong. Apparently fentanyl is a Schedule 2. Think about that. Paramedic just wrote in and said it's the safest thing out there as far as the drug world goes. No one's OD'd on weed. That was. Remember Dan Patrick said, "Oh yeah, people die on it all the time." I'm like, where?
If you eat a gummy, then your heart will stop.
Where do they die all the time on weed? Show me the place where somebody got so stoned They were like, dude, he was happy so much he just died. Show me that. Oh, yeah. If people smoke stuff that's laced, we're not talking about that. We're talking about gummies and things of that nature.
You have a higher chance of being killed by the stuff you eat after you get high than you do by the actual weed.
Yeah.
Doritos will kill you. Weed, not so much.
Yeah. Speaking of Doritos, they got a new flavor.
What is it?
It's golden sriracha. They think this is going to be the new Cool Whip. No, they're you know, the ranch, the whatever it is, the blue bag. They think this is going to be as big.
Golden sriracha?
Yes.
Why golden? Is it
I don't know.
a
I think
color
because
issue, or is it supposed to inference honey?
You know what? Let's see here. The new flavor. So these are the 2025 flavors, but this is the one they think is going to be it. Golden sriracha. That's a sriracha. So they think this is going to be their next massive thing. They think it's the new cool ranch. I don't know. I like sriracha sauce, but I don't like it. It's not a personality.
I put it on everything.
So I tell my kids, look, it's not a personality. It's not part of your. It's not a personality trait. It's a condiment. I mean, it's not mayonnaise.
Nothing's mayonnaise but mayonnaise. Yeah, I put sriracha on everything.
Yeah.
I put it on pizza. I put it in mashed potatoes.
Puts it on breakfast cereal.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That is.
I would anyway.
Okay, somebody said they're the worst Doritos. The kids wouldn't even eat them. Look, I didn't make it up, okay? I didn't make people mad. Like, I didn't make it up. I wouldn't. You know what? I have regular old Doritos, and I'll have the 1970s taco ones.
Those are good.
Those are dangerous. Those are dangerous. I love it. When
slippery slope.
They brought those out. I was like, it's like we're going back to the 70s. Somebody move over. My shag carpet's here. Remember shag carpet?
Yeah.
Somebody thought that was a great idea. Hey, let's have it like it's overgrown weeds, and we'll put it in your house.
Well, and wood paneling.
Oh,
and if you drop the back to your earring, you have to vacuum it up because you can't find it.
My grandma had the greatest wood paneling, and there's always a piece in the house where it's bowing, no matter how new it is.
Right.
And you know, it was fantastic. I love that. And she, just so great. Grandma, we miss you. We do. We miss you and your Monte Carlo.
She had a Monte Carlo?
She had a Monte Carlo. Are you ready for this? With the chair that swivels.
Oh, man.
Oh, it was so awesome. You were nonstop fun in that car. Ladies.
Is that the car that had the rich Corinthian leather?
By that, you mean pleather? By that, you mean, did you stick to it in the summer and sweat at the same time?
Right.
Yes, I did. Was it uncomfortable? Yes, it was. Did the seat turning to the side like that make it virtually impossible to get into the back? It did. But you know what? It was cool. Very cool. Coming up, we got some fun stuff. Stuff I didn't even get into today. We didn't even talk tariffs, guys. God, what is wrong with us?
Yeah, we need to spend the back half of this show on tariffs and redistricting.
Absolutely. Maybe
Wait a minute. Where are we going to wedge in Epstein?
Oh, settle down. That's how we got into this mess. We'll be doing who knows what. Something. I promise. It'll be fun. I guarantee it. Or your money back, even though you don't pay for anything. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 997. Web roots. It's important to protect yourself when you go online. And a lot of people don't understand. Your stuff is so easy to get at nowadays. It's not if, but when, unless you protect yourself. And WebRoot is there for that. That's what they do. Antivirus and web protection. So that's real-time protection. Malware, ransomware, phishing, so much more. Built-in firewall and network monitoring. It's awesome. And it's really good because it's got password manager, coverage as well for things like identity protection. So that includes your children, students, seniors, dependents. You don't want any of that stuff out there. In the dark web, you'd be surprised how many of you listening right now have no idea that your stuff is for sale out there. They give you up to $1 million in theft-related reimbursement, as well as VPN and backup and so many things. So they got WebRoot Essentials and Core Protection. You protect up to 5 devices, real-time antivirus, fast scans, minimal system impact, and web threat shield. So this is what I want you to do. You're going to save 50% off. You got WebRoot Total Protection or WebRoot Essentials. You can go to webroot.com/Chad. Now, remember, this is the only place you can get this offer. WEBROT.com/Chad. Webroot.com/Chad. Live a better digital life with WebRoot. Really? You didn't put it on here?
Yeah, it's right here.
Is it? Go look at that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, I'm here for you, buddy.
Good. Anybody we're hiring, just to let you guys know. Wellness Institute of Nashville. It's got something for you. It's a Big Daddy Trump special. $12 right there. Ooh. Painisbad.com. I want you to go over there right now. Check that out. If your back hurts and you don't want that. Oh, I was talking to my buddy last night in Arizona, and I didn't know he had 2 rods put in his back. And he says he can't even sleep right now because he tried everything else and he was desperate. I said, if you were out here, I would have sent you there right away. Still can. Let me tell you something. You know if you've had a bad back. Don't go through it. So $12, comprehensive exam, x-ray if needed, and they're going to explain, diagnose, and all of that on your first treatment. So you're going to go, why didn't I come there first? Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Ashley, they're going to take care of you in a major way. So if you got sciatica, pain in your neck, your back, herniated disc, you name it, they've got it. There's no surgeries, no spinal injections, and no painkillers. Yes, you can live a pain-free life. Start it now. Call the Wellness Institute today, 615-246-5009, 615-246-5009, or go to painisbad.com.
All right, drivers, Talbot's Corner got an accident blocking the right 2 lanes of 65 southbound. They're at I-24 north. That's exit 88. And Antioch still have the crash on the board here. 24 eastbound at Haywood Lane. Also in Madison, a disabled vehicle slowing things down. Briley Parkway northbound at Ellington Parkway. And Metro Police had to padlock a business today. They say they've been called there too many times. We'll tell you about it at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
After months of pauses and extensions, overnight, President Trump's punishing new tariffs finally snapping into effect. More than 90 countries now facing tariffs ranging from 15% to as high as 41%, while almost all imported goods remain subject to a 10% tariff. Those tariffs will be paid by companies, but economists warn the costs may be passed on to consumers.
There you go. Tariff talk. I think she said it best, don't you guys? Great job. You know, tariffs, you know how it works with tariffs, right? The other country doesn't pay tariffs. The person who receives it, so the importer, they write the check. And then they've got to decide if they pass it on to you. Some countries will pick up a little bit, but not always, because why would they? And on the other side of things, they may eat a little bit, but it depends on what it is and how much it is. And also, what are the carve-outs in a lot of these things? So a lot of stuff that's coming in isn't tariffed the way it is, or there are limits. It has to go above this before they hit you with the tariff. But what do we always say here on the Chad Benson Show? When you feel it, it becomes an issue. Until then, it's just noise. That's it. No more, no less. Just noise. Was that good? Was that good? Was that tariff talk? How was that, guys? Are we good with that?
I thought we always said mayonnaise is our official condiment.
It is.
Oh.
It is. What, somebody else? Is somebody challenging you?
Mayonnaise.
Are you challenging Bell on the text line?
No, when you said, what do we always say? And I was going to say mayonnaise is our official condiment.
We got a lot of that stuff. We got mayonnaise as our official condiment. Tariff talk.
Whipped cream.
Whip cream is great. Cool Whip is not. And the other whip, what was the Miracle? I've tried it. It's not a miracle. I've tried it. Tried it a lot. Oh, that's the other thing. So we're going to, what's that guy? Jody Barrett? He emailed me last night, says he wants to come on. He's going to be the first one to come in and get a bottle of mayonnaise.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
He'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I think so. I think he absolutely would. 100%. Because the mayonnaise, it's mayonnaise, baby.
Remember, it's not about the brand. It's about the condiment.
That's right.
Mayonnaise is the condiment.
Mayonnaise is the condiment. Although there are certain brands. I've heard from you guys. Everybody's got their own. What was yours, Ken?
Dukes.
Dukes! I have not had Dukes.
But I'll go with great value, too.
Great. Well, there's never not a great value. Ever. So somebody just said, somebody's got it. Got a question about tariffs. So they warn consumers that tariffs will be passed on to the consumer, but you never hear them say that about corporate taxes. True.
Very true.
Very true.
And you always hear these liberals going, corporations need to pay their fair share. It's just another way to stick it to the consumer.
Nah. That's it. And they're not going to, by the way, eat it all themselves. They may eat some of those tariffs, but not all of it. So
you will either get a price increase, a quality decrease, or a content decrease.
Yeah, you get that, like when you go buy chips, they're like, it costs more. The bag is the same size and full of air, but there's only 3 chips in my Doritos.
Yeah, instead of 8 hot dog buns, there'll be 6.
Mm-hmm. It's the way, man, I'm telling you, it is. It is. So you got to watch it. And the tariff thing is, once again, it's a weird thing, and we will notice it eventually. To what degree? I don't know. I've already told you my story about my iced tea maker, how that ruined the whole day. But we will eventually notice some things, and then you'll notice it go down, and some things you think will go up won't go up. But when that happens, that's when you go, oh, okay, this is what they were talking about. Until then.
What's the tariff going to be on weed?
Oh, here's the thing with weed, and you've got to do it right. Can we all admit, if you've ever seen Colorado, California, these places, first, they let you smoke it anywhere, which was never supposed to be the plan. Secondly, they taxed it in certain places to the point where people are like, I'm just going back to my old weed dealer. So we got to look for that, too. The Amish, they grow weed there. I know they make your mattress. Ken, did they grow weed?
I would if I was them.
Yeah, I know. Nobody's bugging them. Abraham, what you got? Oh, man, I got some stuff. Oh, the Amish. They are. I'm very much on an Amish TikTok kick right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. People that are going back or coming out, going on the Redistricting or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's very much on Amish talk. Very much so. Coming up, we will talk about Israel this time, I think. A bunch of other stuff still to get to, try to squeeze in here today on this beautiful, it's Friday light, right?
Friday Eve.
Friday Eve. It's Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.
.2:30 on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. And right now in South Nashville, Metro Police, by court order, have padlocked the door, boarded up the windows at the 404 Bar and Grill. A judge has deemed it a public nuisance. This officer tells why.
We've made numerous contacts with the owners and management at this location, telling them our concerns for the location, advising them that if things don't change, that we're going to have to take further routes. and there's just been no change.
Police claim they've responded to at least 120 calls over the past 5 years for crimes at the 404 Bar and Grill, including assault and shootings. Accused killer Austin Drummond being held without bond for the murders of 4 people in Lake County and the abandonment of that family's baby last week. Drummond appearing via video for his arraignment this morning. The judge announcing one by one the victims were shot to death. This as the victims' families sat in the courtroom. He entered a not guilty plea on Drummond's behalf, the judge appointing him an attorney, and the state indicated it will seek the death penalty. Drummond's next court hearing is in 7 days, August 14th. Elsewhere in Tennessee, 100 miles east of Nashville, the wheels of justice are turning after a woman's body was found in a burning refrigerator on the side of a road. Edward Randolph is charged with first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse. Police say he killed his girlfriend, 47-year-old Hope Parrott, and then transported her body in the refrigerator, which he put on the side of a road and set on fire. He was booked on what reports say is a $50 million bond. And the suspect in the Capitol Jewish Museum shooting now facing hate crime and murder charges. U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro formally announcing the grand jury indictment against Elias Rodriguez.
Violence against anyone in this district will not be tolerated, especially violence which has hate at its core and is the genesis of violence.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
With again an isolated shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening. Saturday and Sunday low to the mid-90s. A lot of heat for the weekend, feeling like we're in the upper 90s, and still an isolated thunderstorm for the weekend. Most of it, though, is dropping.
All right, guys, let's talk about Beacon Capital Management, what they can do for you. There's a lot of stuff in the One Big Beautiful Bill that maybe you don't even know that you can take advantage of. So there's new deductions that you can use. And you got to get on it, though, because they're not going to be around forever. Like, you can deduct up to $10,000 of your car loan interest, but only if the vehicle was assembled in the United States. There's some other restrictions. They've also got above-line charitable donations, deductions. So $1,000 for an individual, $2,000 for couples. But they're not all one-size-fits-all. On top of that, there are some other things like if you're 65 or older, you're eligible for additional senior deduction up to $6,000. There's a phase-out with that. There's a lot of things that go on that people don't know about. That's why you need the experts, and Beacon delivers that time and time again. They can help you manage, and they can help you understand how to take advantage of all of these changes before they're gone. Call them today, free personalized financial consultation. Visit beaconcm.com, beaconcm.com, or call 615-488-9303, 615-488-9303 for Beacon. This is a paid placement.
When you bundle renters and
So, Israel it's first of all, let's be honest with ourselves for just a second. A lot of people, it's a one-sided conversation for a lot of people out there who are not willing to go, okay, maybe is there something else going on here? Maybe this. And Hamas is great. Oh, they're the worst, they're evil. Nobody's denying that. But innocence, there's plenty of it over there. People who are stuck in a situation where Hamas can be just as brutal at times to them, but also to them at times looks like somewhat of a freedom fighter because Israel is brutal to them as well. And I'm one of these people, I support, everybody's like, do you think Israel has a right to exist? Yes, 100%. They have a right to defend themselves? Absolutely. Do they have a right to eviscerate a place that's kind of been their goal? And do I want to be a part of any of that? And even yesterday, I saw Charlie Kirk and Megyn Kelly. I got her name right. And they were talking about the frustration they have where you can't even question anything that's happening there. In particular, this is a lot about Bibi and the Likud party. I mean, go look at what their finance minister said. This is a lot about them. And he's got so many issues. So many issues. But we are living in a time of insanity here where our politicians put Israel first long before anything else. And I don't want to be a party to it. I don't. So today, and again, Fox News, perfect for this. They did an interview with Bibi. And I said the other day, what'd I say? They're going to occupy Gaza. Several of you said, no, they're not. They're not going to do that.
After this interview, you will go immediately into a meeting with your security cabinet. Will Israel take control of all of Gaza?
We intend to, in order to assure our security, remove Hamas there, enable the population to be free of Gaza, and to pass it to civilian governance. That is not Hamas and not anyone advocating the destruction of Israel. That's what we want to do. We want to liberate ourselves and liberate the people of Gaza from the awful terror of Hamas. And you were in the Gaza Strip today. You met Palestinians who are fighting Hamas because finally they see that they have a future. They can rid themselves of this awful tyranny that not only holds our hostages, but holds 2 million Palestinians in Gaza hostage.
Now, do I think that there are people out there that would like to see Hamas gone? Of course. By the way, just because they're fighting Hamas doesn't mean Al-Qaeda and ISIS used to fight each other too. It doesn't mean you're going to get something better. But a future is what people need. And if you think occupying their land, well, we're not going to, we're going to totally give it back. This is something they've wanted. And this is something, by the way, the evangelical right has pushed for over here. Over and over again. I mean, we're supposed to be peacemakers. We're complicit in what's going on over there. And I told you guys, generationally, this is they're losing propaganda. No, what they're losing is the truth war at this moment in time. Truth is always the first casualty in any war. Always is. Because everybody's going to spin it their way. And most people don't want to know the truth. Again, we look for affirmation, not information. But you're not going to destroy them by killing as many people as you think you possibly can and then expecting the people that you're going to semi-occupy to go, oh, yeah, I'm going to be your friend. It isn't going to happen. It isn't. And you may never hear this again. All right? I agree with this lady. You may never hear this from me again.
And I've used the term genocide, and I think that's the right term to use.
And so Israel is an incredible country. Let me tell you the other great things in Israel. They have state-funded health care. State-funded health. They also have state-funded college.
If I may.
Fox News better start paying attention. But their problem is most of the people that watch Fox News are very much up in age, the baby boomer generation, who I love. Those are my parents. But that's their biggest audience. That's not the future of America. And I know that's hard and tough talk, but the future of America is my children's generation, Eric. And they don't have a future right now because we have Mark Levin, the neocons, and the establishment in Washington, D.C., pushing as hard as possible to shove us into more foreign wars. And they would love to see it explode all over the world.
Yes. Everybody's like, oh, Hamas started it. Yeah, there's no doubt. By the way, I mean, there's some serious questions to go around because several IDF soldiers have come out in the last few days and said, you know, we were ordered to stand down that day.
Can I pick a nit?
Please.
They do not have state-funded health care. They have taxpayer-funded health care.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's MTG. You know, this is a situation where the reality of what's real and what's not real depends on, you know, if you believe from the evangelical side that this is, they can do no wrong, you're fooling yourself. Again, peacemaker. That's what we should be. That's what we should be. And you watch the free press that's sneaking into Gaza now, or have had a chance to, because it's been so controlled by Israel. Why is that? 70% is gone. 70%. We talked about Hiroshima yesterday. And if you look after Hiroshima, there'll be like one building up and then everything else is gone. It's the same thing there. It's nothing. And then you'll hear stories. Here's something like, again, this goes back to, are you willing to take a look at maybe they're not telling us everything? Maybe they're not. I mean, even today, he's talking about Iran already. Again. And I saw somebody, I forgot who it was, on with Steve Bannon yesterday saying they think that they're going to try to do something come the fall in Iran, Israel. You're like, really? That's our money. We're complicit in this. Nobody's arguing Hamas is bad. Nobody is. But do I think men and women should starve to death? No. And Israel, guess what? They're not happy either. They're taken to the streets. They haven't gotten somebody back since February. And they haven't really tried. They haven't. Hamas and their leaders are awful. But there's serious questions about what's going on and how complicit we are in this. And when I bring it up, some of you attack me. Some of you are like, yeah, you know what? I think killing innocents isn't going to make you happy. Think about the future for Bibi and what he's doing. The younger generation that's coming up, the millennials, half of the Gen X, the baby boomers, they're all about it. But I'm telling you, the millennials, the Gen Zs, the alphas, they don't have a favorable look on Israel because they didn't grow up at a time when grandma and grandpa talked about the war, talked about what happened in the Holocaust. They didn't. They grow up and they see the pictures and the stuff coming out of there going, I don't think this is cool. No, I'm not about this. Mark Levin, ladies and gentlemen, speak of the devil.
You know, it's very frustrating and upsetting to me because we know what genocide looks like. Genocide looks like what the communist Chinese are doing to the Uyghurs. Genocide looks like what Assad in Syria did to other Muslims. Genocide looks like what the Houthis are doing to other Muslims in Yemen. Genocide looks like what Hamas did to those Israelis on October 7th. Genocide looks like what the Islamists are doing to Christians in Africa.
Let's not go over to Israel and see what happens when you're trying to go over to the wall and certain places like that. They don't want Christians there either. It's a weird thing. Israel. Somebody said, why do you hate Israel? This is why you can't have a normal conversation. It's not about Israel. It's about Bibi. This is about a grab. That's what this is about. These people should be wiped off the earth and killed. Oh, what would you call that? Somebody wrote me last night, it's a big, long email. Said, what if your neighbor attacked you and attacked your family and killed your wife and kids? Well, that's horrible, isn't it? Yeah, well, that's what happened here. I said, okay, let me throw this at you. What if I drew a wall around my neighbor? I decided how much water, electricity, internet, food they could get. They could only go wherever I allowed them to go. And at any given time, I might decide to go over and take that garage of theirs and give it to my mom. How would you feel? You'd probably be pissed. Israel has done what they needed to do. Now, think outside the box and figure out how we have to be strong. And if we're going to fix this for real, take a step and figure out how we're going to rebuild. If you think you're going to wipe out Hamas by killing a whole bunch of people and then occupying a place and leaving their children behind, they're not going to look at you with love. They're going to be pissed. So, you know, somebody's like, just like we did with Japan and Germany. You know what we didn't do? We didn't kill every Japanese person. We allowed them to eat and we helped them rebuild. But I guarantee you, if we would have tried to build houses, occupy, stay there forever, and I'm not talking about building bases to help them. I'm talking about not trying to give them a hand up, controlling every aspect to the point of ridiculousness. Hamas is awful, but they've tried destroying them over and over again. It doesn't work, so try something else. Make it so people have a future, and you watch. What have we always said? It's going to be hard to blow yourself up and want to do that if you've got a life and a future. But if you're oppressed, damn skippy. This is not about hating Israel. I love Israel. For those of you not keeping score, I'm Jewish. But I'm also can look with my own eyes and say, what's going on ain't right, and I don't want a part of it, and I don't want to fund it. It's one thing to help them with the Iron Dome and protection. It's another thing to be a party to this. Coming up, I think Matt's here. I haven't seen him for a while. But
yeah, he's here. He came in earlier.
Is he? Okay, cool. So Matt is here. Oh, that's right. Did he have toys with him? Is that what that was?
Yeah, somebody sent him like some yo-yos or something.
And by toys, we mean not the adult toys that they throw at the WNBA players. That's just silly. Don't do that, kids. Okay? All right? Have you guys seen that lately?
Throw that catfish down?
No, it's the not catfish they're throwing down, if you know what I mean.
You know they do that at the Preds games, right?
Is that what they do at the Preds
People
game?
sneak in catfish and throw them out on the ice. So this is probably like an homage to that.
Okay. I do know this at the, like, if you go to, like Detroit, their famous thing is people throw octopus on, you know, somebody scores. There's rats. There's all kinds of stuff. So interesting, but don't throw adult toys on stuff. Coming up next, the Welcome Mat. Straight ahead, Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 997. Rough Greens, ruffgreens.com/chat. Vitamins, minerals, probiotics, omega 3, 6, 9, all these incredible things packed into an amazing supplement that you give your dog on a daily basis. And your dog's going to love it. And it's fuel for their body. It's energy to help them get through the day. And now's a chance to get a Jumpstart Trial Bag. It's a $20 value. And this has living nutrients in it. You know, it's got these probiotics, these enzymes, all this incredible stuff. And it's that one scoop a day that helps them with their coat, helps them with their mobility, their aches and their pains in their joints. It helps them with so many things, and you are going to see a marked improvement with your dog. So try Jumpstart Trial Bag, $20 value. You cover the cost of shipping. It's just a few bucks. They get it right out to you, and you watch what happens. One scoop a day keeps the vet away. ruffgreens.com/chat, ruffgreens.com/chat. All right, wrapping it up. The welcome mat. The man, the myth, the yo-yo legend. Smooth criminal.
I don't know why, but, you know, do you find that you get these songs stuck in your head? I get them stuck in my head for like days. Well, they just pop back in there. Am I going crazy, Chad?
No. You know what? Okay, so One Hit Wonder. We did our little thing yesterday. I put up on the, you know, you could vote for. I got the Jack Wagner song stuck in my head out of nowhere the other day.
Oh, I love that song.
I need, and I don't know why. And it's stuck in my head for 3 days.
It's just a little more time.
To be sure what I feel. I just kept walking around singing. I'm watching the video, and I'm like, why? I have no idea. It came out of nowhere.
Smooth criminal for me today.
Why?
I don't know.
Did you hear it?
I guess. I think it was I was on social media, and I was flipping through something like Instagram, and I think it was on one of the Instagrams, and now it's stuck in my head. And so anytime there's just a small sliver of downtime, I hear.
That's going to live there for a while. He's got that earwig.
That's what it is.
Dreaming Ozzy songs all last week. Dreaming them.
Oh, poor Ozzy. Every time you bring him up. Yeah. What's going on?
Nothing, pissing people off. Talking about, somebody said 877 cars for kids. Yeah, that thing gets stuck in your head too.
That's a big one.
What's the other commercial? The Wentworth or J.G. Wentworth.
J.G. Wentworth. Cash now, right?
You're like, oh God.
And it's random.
A baby shark.
But, you know, I was thinking the other day, talking about commercials. Man, insurance companies have figured it out. No insurance company is selling insurance. They're selling lizards. They're selling Flo. They're selling the emu or whatever.
They're selling entertainment, so you remember, hey, I got to go to these people.
Right.
You know.
They're selling the mayhem guy.
The general.
The general.
What was the Family Guy? If you want car insurance that's cheap and fast, get the general. It'll, something like that. And there's a penguin because it's so stupid.
It's just random. It's a cartoon general and Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
And
in a car.
Or the Limu emu.
Oh yeah. Limu emu.
Doug.
And Doug. Don't forget.
It's
Doug.
just random.
Yeah.
But we go with it. It's like, oh, yeah, whatever.
We do.
It's insurance.
Will you tell him to stop picking at the green? I can, but he won't.
But he won't.
He's an emu. What are you talking about today?
I am talking about the census. I'm talking about, I want to discuss, and I'm sure it's been discussed before me, but, I'll bring my own aplomb to the conversation.
Please do.
Why did the Founding Fathers say persons? And it's an uncomfortable conversation, but I think it's an important one.
I do, too.
They said persons because there were slaves, and there were southern states that wanted the slaves to be counted, but they didn't consider them real people.
Yeah.
That's why they said persons. They didn't say persons so that people could come into the country illegally and be counted.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about
Plus,
that.
a lot of people probably wandered in and out of here.
I mean, yeah, there was a lot of wandering. There was a lot of wandering going on back in the day, guys. Secondarily, I want to talk, you know what? John Rose can tell me he's against marijuana, and that's fine. He can tell me he's against medical marijuana, and that's fine. But when he tells me, there's not been enough research, that's not fine, because now you're treating me like I'm stupid. So we're going to talk about that.
Well, they tend to do that. That's the beauty of it. All right, he's coming up, the man, the myth, the legend, the yo-yo king himself. Matt, you guys have a good one. Later.